need a horse. If you want gold, then I am the source. I need a crown, I need a sword. I got my team, we going to war. You are my kids, you be my pawns. We don't relate, you taking a loss. I am a king.
Peace, peace, what's up? You know, this video isn't to promote this book necessarily, okay? I just wanted to tap in on something, you know. There was a time where they burnt books. There was a time where they ransacked and burned down universities. And now we're in the age of information. See what I'm saying? And it seems like, keyword seems like, that in the age of information, we are still dealing with dumb motherfuckers. In so many different aspects. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying everything you need to know ever is in a book. I'm not saying that. But I am saying that majority of motherfuckers won't pick up a book. How do you keep something from a Negro? You put it in a book. Why? Because niggas don't read. Don't hate me for that. I didn't make that up. That was in my, I stole that, you feel me? Knowledge is power. Wisdom is knowledge applied though. You know, I have many book reference videos. I talk about the prices. You know, I have videos on plenty things. So, you know, you gotta have something to feed the intellect, the mentellect, right? You gotta have, and you know, these little corny books, these fictional Harry Potter type books we read, if we do read, it's not cutting. But in salute to that, I'll say that reading in general keeps the mind on point. So, you know, I'm not gonna knock that. What I will say is, read real books. You know what I'm saying? Very simple book, Art of War. Very simple. You can get the paperback. It doesn't matter. Like $3, $4, man. Yeah, just a lot of books. I can't just pick out one book. There's just so many books. You know. You gotta remember, in this foreign corporate landmass, and when I say foreign, I don't mean that we're the foreigners. I mean that as a corporate landmass is foreign to the original inhabitants. Of course, that's the black man and woman. Wherever you go, that's what it's gonna be. But in this foreign corporation, you know, in the books, we've been whitewashed. In the religions, we've been whitewashed. You know, in the way we form government and hold government, been whitewashed. But you would never know to what extent if you don't open a book. You have to crack open one of these motherfucking books, man, and accumulate that knowledge. You see, and this is just a little bit of shit. Notebooks, on top of notebooks, on top of notebooks, on top of notebooks, on top of notebooks. You understand me? And to those who do their studies, y'all know what this is about. Highlighters, pens, pencils. Legit business, you know. You gotta crack open a book. Get you a highlighter. It ain't bullshit neither. It ain't bullshit. Crack open a book, get some highlighters. Take the time out to read. Take the time out to reread. Because that's important, man. You gotta build your foundation of knowledge. You have to build the knowledge. Then you apply it. I'll show you the front, but you gotta apply it. Now, how do you apply it? You apply it to your life. We'll go with just basics. We go into the scholastics, the education system. When you know better because you've done the work, the research, the studies, you're able to combat the ignorance that they're feeding our children by applying the proper knowledge to the child. Booklets, American history. It's done. It's not to be played with. It's done. These are for the children. That's how knowledge is applied, or what we call wisdom. Knowledge applied is wisdom. I've taken the time out to study, not just one book. That's stupid. Not just 2 books, no. Multiple books. A plethora of books. Gotta make sure that the notes are on point. If this author and this author disagree in this one spot, that's the spot I'm gonna study the most. And we're gonna get that right. Then what I'll do is, I'll take those notes and I'll write them down in one of my notebooks, clean as can be. And then I'll put it in my big notebook. But this is after study, not just because I read it in that book and now I wrote it down. Not at all. Have to really study. You know what I mean? This is how knowledge is applied. This is how you work it into your everyday life. You know? There's so many things to learn, so many new things to learn. And it helps you define yourself, you know. Steel sharpens steel. I'm like a samurai out this motherfucker for real. You know, like I said, this wasn't to promote this book. By now, my family on here already knows about these books, so I don't have to keep trying to promote it. Y'all know what you're in for. No book is the same. I have so much information. Not one book is the same. And there's so much that I haven't put in anybody's book that I've written. There's information I'm still sitting on from just personal until I come out with another version of this book. But this video wasn't too extreme. This wasn't, you know, anything extra. I just wanted to express the importance of study. You know, you can study with your family. You can get books for your kids and study those books with them, you know? It's important to be the sharpest motherfucker. And my goal, my whole life of understanding the importance of intellect and logic and intelligence and whatever you want to call it, was that I always wanted to be the sharpest, smartest motherfucker in the room. I always did. I didn't have to be the best dressed. I didn't have to be the tallest. Nothing like that. It's just always wanted to be the sharpest motherfucker in the room. Because you win wars with the mind, not the physical actions behind it. Of course that helps. Of course. But I can defeat you before even attacking or going to war with you. I can beat you here and make you do what I want you to do. You know, knowledge, information, I use the term knowledge just for a second, but knowledge and information is vital. You know, with better understanding, and understanding, you're able to see the world differently. You're able to break down situations you may be in a better manner, because now you have an understanding of the situation. You know, This isn't just to be a nerd. This isn't just to be smart. It's about applying it as well, you know? So family, I didn't want too much of your time. I just wanted to reiterate the importance of the intellect. Ignorance is bliss, and people are very comfortable right now. You know, be okay with being uncomfortable. Be okay with some of the things you thought were true to be demolished. Demolished. And substituted and replaced with proper knowledge. When I say peace, proper education always creates elevation. Or proper education always corrects error. Positive energy always creates elevation, peace. You know, I have so much material to give. But I know the state of many people on a spiritual and mental level is not ready to just be bombarded, right? And I had to learn that. You can't just bombard people with your information. There's a time, there's a place, there's a way about conducting that. You know, you got to conduct yourself right. Your presentation, your mouthpiece, all of these things matter. You know, the mind is a motherfucker, man. But the brain is something different. The mind is a motherfucker. And so, with that being said, sharpen your sword. Sharpen your sword, family. That's all I'm saying. In these books, it's very straight to the point. I don't give the 20-page explanation for one point. I get to the point, I give you some background to it, and then I move on. Easy read, easily digestible, and this is how we gotta conduct with our people. Like I said, presentation is a motherfucker, man. Your presentation has to be on point. And your mouthpiece gotta be on point. Cause y'all know how it is trying to talk to people and give them new game. They ain't trying to hear it. But if you put it in a way where it's easily digestible, they're more susceptible to accepting these things. So family, I just want to say I appreciate you guys. Y'all know where to find me. Y'all know how to get with me. If you're interested, you're interested. If you got children, I got booklets. All right? Sharpen your sword, y'all.